Alright guys, welcome back to a new league race. We are racing here around Singapore, and Singapore is or was one of my worst tracks because of the abomination that was F122. I say was because I may have practiced about 3 hours in time trial to get a chance of victory. Now, I'm going to try and make the one-stop work from medium to hard, but there is going to be rain in the middle. However, when in F123 you speak of strategy in multiplayer lobbies, really there is no strategy because there's going to be about 1 billion safety cars, and with rain there's going to be 1 billion more. So the strategy here is really going to be to avoid contact and come in first of the line, really. So this promises to be a spicy one. Oh, and I forgot to mention, we are on pole, so that practice has paid off in the end. Powell right behind us, he's about 70 points ahead of us in the championship. Winter in P3, so he has practiced a lot as well, but he's not going to be a threat. Cost Captain P4, and it's going to be 3, 4, and 5 red lights, and it's going to be lights out, and away we go. Pretty good start, pretty even. Red arrow though, so he's quite alongside us. We're going to go on the outside, cut the inside off, and this is going to be a clean turn 1 and a caution, and there's going to be no safety car, no safety car. So we are clean into turn 1. However, there is a house lacking behind us into turn 3. Powered 210s behind us. Koskapen has already overtaken Fuentapil for P3, and he is on the hard, so he's going to have an advantage if there is no safety car as the mediums wear out and the hards take the advantage in terms of grips. But for now it seems like we have kept Powered under control, at least for the start. Now I don't know his true pace. I maybe fucked up in qualifying, I don't know. So right now we're just going to try and use ERS to keep ahead of him when the DRS comes in on lap 3. And we are now on lap 3, so as we can see, 8/10 the gap, so still within DRS, so not the gap I would have hoped for. So we're now going to try and use as much DRS as we can, because I think we are faster, as in the opening 3 laps we pulled 5/10s on him, through a race distance that amounts to a lot. So using ERS, we are now over a second right now. No, he isn't. He's still within DRS, so we're gonna have to use our superior pace through the corners to maybe try and get an advantage before the next DRS straight. Because if on the next DRS straight he has DRS, that is going to be us done and dusted for, because we're going to have deployed way too much ERS to defend for, and he's going to be on the attack with the DRS and ERS that he's, I think, saved up for. So through these corners, these are actually quite tricky corners, and we go a bit deep in here, but we keep it out of the walls, which is the main thing. Now he's 1.001 seconds behind us, which means he shouldn't get DRS. He shouldn't get DRS. Now look at the gap. Look at the gap. And by the Lord of the Biscuits, it's going down. It's going down. He had DRS here. He had DRS. Now let's try and go for the ERS dump on this straight, because he's not going to have superior pace with DRS down this one, and he isn't going to have DRS for this one, surely. He is 1.1 seconds behind, as the DRS detection point is now, and he is behind. He is behind. This is good. Now we're gonna be able to pull away, as we are gonna get the fastest lap again, which just proved our superior pace. Koskapen is, however, behind Powered, so he is probably gonna get the advantage on him as the race goes on. As we're now fast forwarding a bit, and you can see the gap is going up right now. 1.4 seconds, 1.4. Pretty stable. If it keeps like this, it should be good. Not the pace I would have hoped for, as one little incident can put us right back in his claws. But right now, Koskapen is closing up on him, and with exceeded track limits, and with the better tires as the race goes on, he is going to make a move down the straight. We can't see it there, but we can see the gap on the top left. As you can see, he went into P2. And we're now going to fast forward again. Gap going up now as we have the superior tire. It would appear that Powered was using a lot of ERS to keep ahead of Koskapen, which is why he kept the gap so stable. Now, gap is going down now, however, really down. 1.08, 7 tenths. He's now right behind us, and you can see it's raining way earlier than I would have expected. On the forecast in the beginning of the race, it said about 2/3 down the race. But he is going to get a launch here with the DRS. Is he going to go down the inside? No, he's not. Alright, we have a little bit of respite down this straight, and it's raining. So I'm gonna ask the weather report, but Jeff is saying it is still dry tires. As Koskapen is gonna go for the move here down the inside. We're not gonna try and defend this too hard, as I don't want to spin in these tricky conditions. We're gonna stay out. We're gonna do what Koskapen does. He's gonna fake the entry into the pit. That's interesting. We are gonna stay out though, because I don't think the rain is gonna fall that hard that quickly. Now he has the hard tires, so he's gonna be quicker on this lap. We have the DRS, so we should be able to stay in his range, but no, 1.1 seconds, and you can see the rain is falling down now. I think I'm gonna pit this lap. I'm not sure at this point in time, but the rain is falling heavier, and Koskapen again fakes an entry, but we are going to fully commit and go into the pit lane, because it is definitely going to be in this time by the time we come out. Now 60 kilometers an hour is actually, I think, a bit too slow. Gotta be wary of that, as I always get those stupid penalties because of exceeding the pit limiter, as we get a bit held up by power there. That's not ideal. As yeah, through the pit lane we go. We're gonna come out in P2 as everybody bar Koskapen has pitted. As oh no, actually, Nemesis Monk, our teammate, he got replaced by he replaced Ender for this race, as he couldn't attend. Oh no, warning, crossing the pit line, no safety car. I know, safety car! Jeez, a safety car. Or oh fuck! Koskapen is gonna have the perfect strategy. That is one lucky guy, He's gonna be P1 as we have come in, and yeah, P1. Oh, the rain is falling very heavily. It might be time for wets soon, actually. But as I was about to say, Winter and the guys behind us had a huge gap on us, and they didn't pit. That was pure pace alone, just to show you the top three, the pace of the top three is so insane in this race compared to the other ones, as I'm beginning to see puddles form on the track, and that usually tells me wet tires are going to be in order. Now I'm not going to come in, as Jeff has told me it's going to get lighter pretty soon, but I'm going to be careful here and not go full throttle, as Koskapen there is going to go full throttle right now with a little wobble there. So you see, I was so hesitant and I still had a moment of oversteer. We're going to brake a little bit early, and oh, Twiz is out of the session. He crashed there. You can see bottom left minimap. He's going to DNF, but that doesn't matter to us. Actually it does, because McLaren is right behind us in the championship, and we are fighting, of course, for the constructors. Now powered in the championship, as we can see here, they are about 40 points ahead of the standings, and McLaren about 30 points. So if they get a lead, that would be well, not beneficial to us. So actually it is a good thing that Twiz retired, although it is a shame for him. Oh, really big moment of oversteer here. Now we're gonna spin! We're gonna spin! No! Front wing damage! Front wing damage. We're gonna have to pit. We're gonna have to pit for wet tires, I think. And oh, we almost put Blackzilla in the wall there. I didn't expect him to be that close, as he gets overtaken by Clever. Sorry there for that was a mistake on my part, although yeah, mistake on my part, sorry. As oh, Nemesis Monk, our teammate, on the wet tires. That is going to be into. Oh, safety car. What happened? Oh, Blackzilla, the guy we pushed into the wall, has probably had some damage, and we're going to have to pit. I think we're going to have to pit, yeah. Because front wing damage is never a good thing, as it's no downforce. And unlike my last race in Monza, in Singapore, you cannot afford to lose downforce. So we are going to be pitting at the end of this lap, coming in. I think we're going to come out in last place, as oh no, two Hasses have pitted. I think they're going to go for wet as well. We're going to see, yeah, Clever going for the soft windows. Oh shit! Mercedes pit crew have not changed my front wing. What is this? Absolute travesty. Alright, we're going to have to pit again. We're going to have to pit again. That is, well, it doesn't really matter. We're only going to get overtaken by the two Hasses, which I think we could overtake easily on pure pace alone. But in the wet, I'm not so sure about that. So, yeah, we're going to have to be pitting now. Now, as we come in, oh shit, we're going to get held up by Nemesis Monk. It doesn't really matter, because we're going to finish last anyway. I mean, come out last anyway, but still not good. And oh, they are going to change the front wing. Good boys. Alright. we're gonna come out in P7 out of 7. By the way, guys, if you want to join a league and you don't know which one to join, hit the commentaries. In the commentary section, please hit me up. I'm gonna send you the Discord link. We need more people, as you can see. Only criteria is you have to be clean. Clean and fit. That's the only criteria. And going down back to the race, it is actually time for inters. So we're gonna try and come in this lap, going into the walks. And oh, Winter! We almost come together. As he wanted to pit, but I was there. Sorry, Winter. I may have blocked you. Did he? I didn't. I don't think he got damaged. We talked after the race. He didn't get damaged. So that's good for him. That's good for me because no penalty for me. No front wing for well, front wing for him, which is the whole point. As we're gonna come in for inters and people ahead of us. Yeah, we're gonna be the lead inter. Oh no, actually, Nemesis Monk, the god strategist apparently, is also an inters. Right, as we come out now, we've got to be careful with the exit in. We brake a little too late. We hit the wall. No, it was 5-second penalty. Jeez. Alright, well, 5-second penalty. Am I going to have to deal with that? Still going to be some pit stops because it's going to phase back to dry. So we should be able to deal with that. Inters though, and we're going to have to catch up a 25-second lead minimum to Nemesis Monk, but hopefully we can get the undercut on Koskapen and Powered here on this lap. As we're going to fast forward a little bit, we are already gaining 2 seconds to Blackzilla, who's going to pit. And interestingly, Koskapen and Powered doesn't pit, so they're going to be in a pickle there because if they pit now, no, they don't. There's going to be a huge undercut. As you can see, 19 seconds to Calevra. It was 26 seconds. I know. Oh no, they are already on inters. That's why they haven't pitted. All right. Well, that's very not good because we're gonna have to catch up a gap unless we get another safety car. We get a 3-second warning for track limits. Don't really know how we got track limits on a track like. Oh, Koskapen is retired. Koskapen is retired. This is really big. This is really big. He's level on points without in the championship. So that means if we just beat Powered, we have been faster than throughout this whole weekend, we will be back in the championship fight. Not gonna lie, two races ago I thought it was dead. I was saying it, but I didn't really believe it. But now if we win this race, the championship is definitely back in. Right, so now it's a question of, do we go to the dries? Because you can see the track is pretty dry, but as we're gonna come onto lap 24, it's still wet. Sorry, it's wet. It's still wet, but as we are going to go to see on the end of lap 25 here, I'm gonna just zoom in on lap 25, zoom out, very cool animation. It is completely bone dry. So we're gonna come in for the softs, as 6 laps remaining. Soft should easily do the job. We're gonna come into the pits. Ooh, but brake a little bit late there. We're gonna serve our 5-second penalty, so we don't have to serve that at the end of the race. And with Powered having a 3-second one, we just have to finish ahead of him on track. As we're gonna get 1 tire, 2 tires on. So we just have to finish ahead of him on track to gain points then. So that is good. Safety car in this lap on lap 27. So 4 laps of racing is gonna be in order. As Nemesis Man goes pedal to the metal into P1, we're gonna use ERS, try and get ahead of Power into turn 1, but he's gonna use ERS as well. So we're just gonna stay behind Winter, not a threat at the moment, 7 tenths behind. Into the second turn, he's going a bit wide, so we're maybe gonna have to try and go for the switch back here. But into turn 3, will we have to be far enough back to make it? No, we're gonna hit him. We're gonna hit front wing damage, and he's gonna go into Nemesis Monk, and Calevra and Winter are gonna take the lead, and we're gonna be P4. And oh Jesus, that was a hell of a crash. We have no front wing. We're gonna have to pit. We have no front wing. This is absolutely disastrous. Blackzilla behind us with a drive-through. Winter into P2. We're gonna have to pit fresh softs. There's no way we're gonna win with no front wing. Gonna have to pit even if that means we lose track position. Unfortunately though, there is a safety car, but it's coming in this lap, to lap 29. So we're gonna have two laps to make up as many positions as we can, with slightly better softs, more ERS. Powered has a bit of front wing damage, and Nemesis Monk is gonna let us through. He is our teammate, so he's gonna let us through. We're gonna be right behind Powered, right again. He should have pitted. He should have pitted with us. I don't know why he didn't. We're gonna try and make the move that we couldn't do the lap before. Down the inside, are we going to be back far enough? No, but he's going to go wide, and we're going to go down the inside, up to P3, and now it's just a case of overtaking Winter and Calebra, pulling the gap 3 seconds, because we have the penalty, and they do not. The situation has changed, because beforehand we just had to overtake Powered, but this time we have to pull a gap as well. So we're going to have to absolutely send it on those two if we're going to have to, if we want to have the opportunity to even pull the gap. If we want to stay clean and don't put them in the wall, which is an option, but that would get us a penalty, and that's not cool. So right now, try and get a good line out of this one. Winter goes a bit wide. We're going to try and line up a move down the inside, very risky, but we're going to break late, and down the inside we go on Winter. This is a huge move up to P2 now. We just have to overtake Calebra and gain 3 seconds, which is about 4 seconds in 1 lap and a half. Down this straight, we're going to deploy our ERS to try and get close to him to make a move on the main straight with the help of the DRS. 7 tenths to Winter, so Winter's not going to be a problem. Penalty excluded. Now we are really close behind them. The softs are really giving us a big advantage. As through the last turn we go, we're going to take a big chunk of the curb here to try and get a good exit. Using ERS, deploying ERS, last purple sector. We're going to go down the inside for the lead of the race this time, and now it's just a case of putting the 3 second gap on Calebra. Now, 3 seconds is a lot, but I know we are faster than him and we have fresher tires, so it is absolutely possible. So we're going to have to absolutely send it on this last lap. We have the purple lap, fastest lap, so we know we are the fastest man on track. And already a second gain to Calebra. If we can keep this pace up, it is going to be a cake in the walk, a park in the park. And yeah, through this turn already 1.7 seconds up here, as he is having a horrendous lap. Already 2 seconds up. If this continues, Winter is going to put him under pressure and get P2 out of him. Powered in P4, so this is really good for the championship. Not going too wide in this corner, we take it just perfectly, as we're going to use every bit of the track here, right on the edge. Perfect lap. It's going to be a perfect lap, or at least a fastest lap, not perfect, as I'm sure Jano, Opmir or some other esports do would get better. But 3 seconds up, we are going to take the lead of the race proper this time, and through the final sector we are going to go Winter right on the arse of Calebra right now. He's going to overtake it for P2. He is P2, and as we're going to round the final corner, it's going to be 3.9 seconds the gap. And we're going to come home to win the Singapore Grand Prix. Let's go.
Get in there, Lewis!
As a Nemesis Monk, our teammate replacing Ended for this one, is going to finish P5 out of 6. 3 retirements. Koskapen, one of my main championship rivals, is going to retire this race. So that is going to aid our championship bid quite a lot. So yeah. Remember guys, if you want to join this league, hit me up in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!